Today is a new day, oh, and I'm thankful. No time for regrets, no, but I'm hopeful. So many didn't get a chance, nah. So be grateful. Hey, things might not go my way, but me not complain. Life is a blessing, me I stay thankful.
Paulette Williams from Out of Many Smile Jamaica Charity. I endorse 10-Star General and Sharon Mango from SPRB Radio Podcasts. Check them out. You won't be disappointed. Authentic music and heartfelt love. Check them out.
Hi, this is your girl Winnie.
And this is your girl Freddie.
From out of London.
And we fully endorse
SPRB Radio Podcast with 10-Star General
and Sharon Mango. Check them out.
Hi, I'm Janiceness, and I always tune in to the SPRB Radio Podcast with General Culture and Sister Sharon Mango. Yo, you don't have to take my word for it. Just tune in and catch the vibration. Yeah, this one is knockings.
This is The Buzz, your music news update for the latest on your favorite artists and more. Sponsored by JoJoMacMusic.com. Hello everyone, I am Pistol and this is The Buzz. The man who died in the October 5th bus crash in St. James has been identified as 50-year-old Dylan Hines, known as artist Eyesight, who is also a member of the group Crisis with Nat Righteous and Imar Shepherd. Camille Palmer, known as DJ Cambooster from his management team out of Boston, got the news of his death while she was doing a radio show. He was also managed by 24/7 Music Productions alongside Cambooster Seven Figures Productions. Eyesight was also the father of dancehall artist Top Man. Eyesight was among 7 persons who was in a bus traveling along the Long Hill Main Road when it plunged into a ravine. The other travelers, including students, were injured. While the police had no available updates to give on missing dancehall artist Medic, Superintendent of Police Sharika Service is assuring the public that the case is still a priority. Medic, whose given name is Stephanie Williams, has been missing since Thursday, August 24th, after she reportedly left home that afternoon. Speaking with reporters, Service, who is head of the St. Andrew North Police, explained that lawmen are still on the case. Williams' disappearance has caused sadness for many Jamaicans in public and online spaces, but none more so than the entertainer's mother, Millicent McCurdy. In a tear-filled interview with a Gleaner, McCurdy said that she knew something was amiss when she repeatedly tried to call her daughter but was unable to get through. The grief-stricken mother said, quote, "She sleeps with her phone. She wakes up with her phone. She does everything with her phone. It's very worrying and distressing. We've been trying to contact her friends to see if anyone has heard from her." Williams' family is offering $1 million reward for information that can assist the investigation into her disappearance. Following the dissemination of a press release from a group of 8 reggae festival promoters across Europe, which painted a grim picture of Jamaican music being beset by declining attendance and unrealistically high artist fees, one promoter has broken ranks. The board of the Uppsala Reggae Festival has taken serious issue with the release and has since issued its own statement. The Uppsala board said the September 23rd press release was shared with the Jamaican media prematurely and did not fully represent the view of all 8 reggae festival promoters who met last month in Spain to share some of the common challenges reggae festivals across Europe are facing today and how they can tackle it together. The 8 reggae festivals which met in September are Rotterdam Sunsplash, Spain, Summer Jam Festival, Germany, Reggae Geel in Germany, No Logo BZH, France, Reggae Sundance, the Netherlands, Reggae Lake Festival, the Netherlands, events, Uppsala, Sweden, and Uprising Festival in Slovakia. According to the press release, audience attendance at dedicated reggae festivals is declining. The release said, quote, outside the festival season, there are fewer venue shows played by reggae artists. They don't tour as intensively as they used to. It also pointed out that the fees proposed have skyrocketed and don't reflect the potential audience attraction artists generate. As a result, promoters are obligated to pay fees that are not proportionate to ticket sales, resulting in exploding artistic budgets and increased operational costs. But Uppsala, in a separate release, stated, quote, we unequivocally disagree with the points concerning artist fees and distance ourselves from those comments, and we from Uppsala take a firm stand against it. The statement was not finalized and was not approved by us, so it was sent to the media without any mandate. The inaugural High Life Festival is scheduled for Woodstock in Negril on October 14th. British rapper MC Solomon, one of the organizers and acts, said it will showcase artists from different countries and genres. His Kamani Records, which has promoted shows in India and his native England, are co-promoters of the event along with Westmoreland-based Woodstock, Jamaica. Solomon said, quote, the concept is based around bringing together local and international artists with multiple genres under the same event space, connecting producers, artists, and creatives, and creating a safe space for music and arts to flourish.
I am Pistol, and that, my friends, was The Buzz.
That was The Buzz, your music news update for the latest on your favorite artists and more. Sponsored by JojoMacMusic.com.
Now here's a song from our sponsor, Juju Mac.
No games, no games. Ooh, night, night, ooh, nah. Ooh, night, night, night. Ooh, night, night, ooh, nah. Ooh, night, night, night.
If you're not a writer, just let me know. If you don't have the stamina, I think that you should go. No time for practice now, the show is on the road. No time for catching up, it's time to roll. I hope you're fueled up, ready for the terrain. I hope you're suited up, ready to take the reign. It's strength, no weakness, you must give everything. Don't forget the sweetness, it goes with anything. If you're not a writer, just let me know. If you don't have the stamina, I think that you should go. No time for practice now, the show is on the road. No time for catching up, it's time to roll. Ooh, night, night, ooh, nah. Ooh, night, night, night. Ooh, night, night, ooh, nah. Ooh, night, night, night. Ooh, night, night, ooh, nah. Ooh, night, night, night. Ooh, night, night, ooh, nah. Ooh, night, night, night. If you wanna play the part, you wanna keep your place, you gotta walk the walk, gotta step up the pace. If you slip and slide, you lose your place in line. If you want to stick around, you have to be down. If you're not a writer, just let me know. If you don't have the stamina, I think that you should go. No time for practice now, the show is on the road. No time for catching up, it's time to roll. Ooh, night, night, ooh, nah. Ooh, night, night, night. Ooh, night, night, ooh, nah. Ooh, night, night, night. Ooh, night, night, ooh, nah. Ooh, night, night, night. Ooh, night, night, ooh, nah. Ooh, night, night, night. If you're not a writer, just let me know. If you don't have the stamina, I think that you should go. No time for practice now, the show is on the road. No time for catching up, it's time to roll. Ooh, oh, show. Show what you know. This is no game. No, this is no game. No, if you're not a writer, just let me know. No, if you don't have the stamina, I think that you should go. No time for practice now. The show is on the road. No time for catching up. It's time to roll.
Yes, Lord, my people, this is JJ Bounty, and I come to let you know that I fully endorse the SPRB radio podcast with King, 10-star General, and the Queen, Sharon Mango. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Make sure you tune in, all right? Bless the Lord. Inside.
Star General with my girl Sharon Mango. Greetings, beautiful people across the world. My name is Lavette Brown from the USA, and I fully support and endorse SPRB radio podcasts with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Check them out. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. 10-star General and my girl, Sharon Mango.
Greetings, one and all. This is Lloyd Brown, and I full DOS, the SPRB radio podcast with the one and only, the one and only 11-star General. What?
Mr. Brown, did you not read the memo?
Yes, I got the memo.
In fact, did you not read the script at all?
Yes, I read the script.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. Where is it?
The script is on your desk.
Sure. Tell me about if I read the memo and if I read the script. It clearly says here, you're fired.
I don't care. I resign. You're not paying me enough money anyway.
Take two. Greetings, one and all. This is Lloyd Brown, and I full DOS, the SPRB radio podcast with the one and only, the one and only. 10-star General alongside the delightful and the delectable Sharon Mango. So remember me tell you, full Dawson, the SPRB radio podcast with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Interesting, informative and productive. You see me? Sistering, please do not send me any more assistant that can't do the mathematics, you know. And as a matter of fact, we need to talk about my peer grade, because my peer grade has not changed within the last 3 fiscal years. And that need to change right now, or else me dip on strike. You see me I say? Oh.
Go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep that? It's only right that you should say the way you feel it, and listen carefully to the sound of loneliness, like a heartbeat crash you made in the stillness of remembering of what you made and what you found and what you had, what you lost. Away, but the only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. crystal vision. I keep my visions to myself. It's all you need to want to represent your dreams. Have you any dreams you like to say? Dreams of loneliness like a heartbeat that you made in the stillness of remembering of what you ate and what you lost and what you lost and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they play, yeah. Same women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you know. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they play, yeah. Shake women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you know. You will 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 know.
Our guest today is the phenomenal Chester Miller. And he is live in the building. Before we bring him in, we are going to just touch base with just a few bars of this particular track. How Deep Is Your Love, Chester Miller? Chester Miller is our guest.
I know your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the morning day.
They say, wheel and come again. Because they say, when music it is so nice, you got to play them twice. This is Chester Miller. I'm getting a little bit carried away because, boy, I mean, I tell you. Him soon come, you soon see him.
I know your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the morning day. And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. Come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm with your love, can you softly make?
How deep is your love?
How deep is your love?
I need to know, 'cause when you're there,
breaking us when they go to let us be.
I said a few bars, but I went over a few bars. This guy is no fluke. He is a phenomenal singer-songwriter, and it's a blessing to introduce him onto our show today. Sharon, how are you? We are going to get right into it today. So how you doing?
I'm good. I am good, 10 Star. It's a joy to have Mr. Miller because I saw him on stage. I was like, oh man, dude is no joking, man, the real deal, for real, man, the real deal. Yeah, someone on stage. So I've been a fan, I have to say. He's amazing, phenomenal. Yeah.
He is. Absolutely, absolutely. And we have Gabriella down there in Germany to thank for this one. She's the manager of Push Art. She said, 10 Star, how would you like to interview the great, great Chester Miller? I said, is that even a question? Let's make it happen. And here he is, the great Chester Miller.
Greetings, 10 Star. Greetings.
Me have to give it a
Yes.
gunshot, you know, bazooka. Oh yeah.
Blessed.
How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, man, everything is blessed, you know. Giving thanks
Yeah.
every day.
Well, let's first and foremost give thanks to Gabrielle. She's the one who made this happen down there in Germany. So we give thanks to Gabriella
man.
down in Germany. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Sister Gabby, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know it. You know the thing.
Sister Gabby. Yes, sir.
Sharon, introduce yourself.
Greetings, welcome one and all. Chester Miller, it's a pleasure. My name is Sharon Mango, representing Radio and Royal Productions. It's an honor. Thank you for coming on us.
Greetings, Sharon Mango. Greetings.
Yes,
nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah.
I'm also in the U.S. Are you in the U.S. right now, right?
No, I'm in Toronto right now. Toronto, Canada.
Oh, you're in Canada. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, getting kind of chilly. Getting kind of chilly over here now, you know.
Oh,
time
wow.
To head back to Jamaica now.
You know it, right?
Yeah, man. As soon as that cold air starts coming, boop, gone to Jamaica. I mean, the good thing about it is that Jamaica is not far. It's only a couple hours flight from here to Jamaica, you know. So it's really convenient that, you know, I can just kind of make a move when all this white stuff start falling down, you know.
You know it. You know, the funny thing, it baffled me initially when I knew that was a massive Jamaican community in Canada, because I'm thinking Canada of all cold places. You know what I mean? When Jamaica is used to the good sunshine.
Yeah, there's a large, very large Jamaican, West Indian overall, you know, very large West Indian community here, as well as Africans too, you know. So yeah, man, yeah.
And we have to bless our sister Carol Brown. She said to hail you up. You know what I mean?
Sister, yes, Carol Brown, my longtime big sister, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
So we must bless up the great Chester Miller.
Yeah, man. Carol Brown is an amazing singer. I don't know if you know of her, but she's an amazing singer. Long time trending here in Toronto. Yeah, man. Veteran artist. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
And the wife to the great, legendary Jackie Mittoo, you know?
Yeah, you know, you got the info. You do your research. Yeah.
Long time, man.
Yeah, man. We spent some time, you know, me, Jackie, and her. As a matter of fact, we all went to Jamaica at one point. Me, Carol, and Jackie went to Jamaica, and we spent some time and did some recording and thing. That's when I really got to develop a relationship with the great Jackie Mittoo. You know, because he was here in Toronto doing some work, doing some studio work, and he had heard about me and sought me out, and I did some songs with him. And you know, unfortunately, you know, things didn't come to fulfillment, you know. But but the experience with such a legend like that was I mean, it I can't even express, you know. It was it's just something that you don't even see that something like that happen, especially from somebody of that caliber, you know. So
that's right.
Yeah, man. Big respect.
I mean, Jackie was like from a different orbit, you know what I mean? Especially Jesus. For me to witness a man on stage playing keyboard with his feet as well is like, what? He went into the zone, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
man. Because when he plays, like it's like he's in a trance, man. The man he doesn't notice anything else around him. He's just, you know, gone in and you can see him spirit and body a flow. Yeah, man. Wow, I tell you, yeah, man. That man was very, you know, the man was leaders, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah,
Well, we
man.
want to take you back to your grassroots. Where do you hail from?
Mandeville, Jamaica.
My mama parish.
Yeah.
But my mom is from Spurtree Hill.
Okay.
You know where the petrol station is?
Yes,
It's
man.
across the
Yes,
road
man.
from
Very
there.
well, very well. She's there.
Spurtree Hill.
She's there still now, or she's with over
My
there?
grandmother, she died. She died at 99
Oh,
years old. But my mother's still alive. You know, she's back and forth between UK and Jamaica. You know. Yeah.
okay. Nice.
Nice and cool in Mandeville. Some
Yeah,
UK
man.
weather, you know.
Yeah, man. Look
It is
at frost on the ground a morning time. Yeah, man.
You see it.
Yeah. Red dirt.
And you know the amazing thing is to see the frost in the morning, or what you call fog, coming at you at certain miles per hour. It's like, wait, how are this?
Yeah, man. Mandeville, man. Yeah, man.
Tell me about Mandeville. You growing up in Mandeville. What was life like growing up as a young kid?
Well, I mean, I was young. I left Mandeville when I was about 13. You know, so I was relatively young. So my experience, being in the countryside, with mama and grandma and grandpa, and having our little stall out front the house, and and I mean, I mean, my mom tell me, as me being a singer now, she say, oh, I used to sing this one song in the house all the time.
Which song that?
A song called, I forget what it called. Oh, what a night, late December back in '63. Whoa, yeah. She said we used to sing that tune there hard.
Who sang that song originally, though?
I don't know, I don't even remember the name of the song.
I think it's a white man called Gilbert O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's Gilbert O'Sullivan. He used to have a little curly afro.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's him because I used to watch him on Top of the Pops here in the UK.
Okay. I thought it was a white guy.
Yeah, I'm suspecting, but don't hold me on that. Don't hold me on that.
Right. I never seen who sang that song. I never visually seen the person who sing that song. Yeah,
right.
I think it's called "Oh What a Night" or something like that.
No, it was. I was trying to remember because there was a movie on them, The Four Seasons. It's a group of men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was it, Sharon?
I think it was. Wait, just in case me.
Okay, do a little research and then get back to me when you can.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah. Okay, so that was your favorite song to sing.
Yeah, so it seemed like it started out at an early age, that I was singing. I can remember me singing a lot, and especially, at that age, and Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and all of that, and putting towel on my head like I had locks and singing and all them kind of things, so.
Right.
Yeah, so from what Mom says, it seemed like it was destined for me to be a singer, even though in my own self, I never really set out to be a singer. I mean, I always knew I could sing, but it wasn't something that I said, this is what I want to do. I want to be a singer.
Right.
It was
Thank you. What stick up in for a second. Sharon Bentley in Germany said, "Frankie Valley."
Frankie Valley.
Yeah, Frankie Valley. Right. Thank you, Sharon.
Okay. Frankie Valley. All right. It's called the Four Seasons.
It's called Over the Night.
The Four Seasons is the name of the group. The lead singer is Frankie Valley.
Okay.
You know a lot of his songs. You know a lot of his songs, and you'd be like, I don't even know who that was. You'd be surprised what his songs. You got some classics like one you used to sing when you were young.
What? Does it say what year that was? When it came out?
1960.
What year was
December
it?
1963.
1963. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because that's what you said. Back late December, back in 63.
That's right.
Oh, baby, set your time for me. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, it came out 75. 75.
Okay.
Oh, 75.
I might have to redo that. I might have to redo that tune there.
Hey, look at him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen, a few songs he's got on there. You're going to be like, I am to that too. Amazing. Amazing. I think he's from Jersey too. Yeah.
So let's pick up from where we left off, and first and foremost, let's take time to bless up King Natty Man down there in Kenya, and we have Sharon Bentley in Germany, and we have quite a few others. And as we get to know who is logged in, we'll bless them up as well. So bless up all the silent listeners, logged in from wherever you are. Maximum respect. We have the great Chester Miller right now, who is currently in Toronto, Canada, and he's our very honored guest here today. So you're talking about your mom, and she was talking about you singing that particular song and what was going on back then. Just continue from where you left off. What did you want to become as well? Lead us into that.
Well, I mean, it like I said, it was kind of like a fluke, I started working in this record shop. It's a reggae record shop called Jam Can Records.
Okay.
Which basically is abbreviation for Jamaican Canada. Jam Can, Jamaican Canada. So it's called Jam Can Records. So all of the new releases from back in Jamaica, like King Jammies and Bobby Digital, Sonic Sound, Treasure, all the new tunes that will come out. We have them coming to us at that record shop, and that record shop was kind of the shop where everybody kind of come hang out when artists come for shows. That's where they kind of come spend the day, come by the record shop, and come mingle and all of that. So, like I said, working in the record shop, and like that during the days, I'm playing music and I'm singing along. So most of the time, I'm just singing along, playing music all day. So my boss at the time, Bam Bam, said to me, so you have a voice, you have a voice, man, you have a voice. And them time I used to love Sugar Minott. Sugar Minott was kind of my artist, so I used to sing a lot of Sugar Minott. So him say, but you have a D Brown sound. I hear you beat the sugar, but you have a D Brown voice and tone and slur and all that. And I knew Dennis, but Sugar Minott was more kind of dancehall vibe them time, and I was young. So one night I was at a dance, and a friend of mine was pushing me to go on the mic, and I was kind of shy and everything. So eventually, I did. I went and took the mic and started singing. I sang Dennis Brown. I've got to get myself together. And the place pop off, the place pop down, boom, boom. I must have sing the tune about 10 times,
What year was this?
This was back in about 87.
Okay.
About 87, 88 around them time. Back. So this is here in Toronto, and back then you had all kind of different sound system. Enough different sound. Black Scorpio, Upset the International, Bow Weevil, Sturgraph. So when dance keep on the weekend, sometimes we're going all 5, 6, 7 dance in one night.
What?
Because dance start keep from Thursday, go right back to Sunday.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. So enough times, because it's weekend time, so most of the sound them I try getting them weekend dance, so you have enough clash, enough different sound playing different spot. So me and my brethren them now, you know, we're checking on all of them, and we want to go which one have the most girl. You know, we want to go on the dance have the most girls. So, so we check. So we're gonna check out that there. You know, we boop up. I'm saying, yo, I'll go back on the first one, man. We'll go back on the first one. Have more girl. So we go on that one there, and then it's like, yeah. So with that now, I start singing a lot of song, mainly a song called Upsetter. You know, I used to sing on me and another artist.
And all this is before you went professional, right?
Yeah.
Still living in Jamaica as a young boy, right?
No. This is here now in Toronto. I was about 16, 17 now at that time.
And then you went, okay.
So, and then what happened now? So, yeah, I was working in the, so before that, you know, I was in school. I wasn't doing well in school. End up getting kicked out of school for smoking weed. So my mother at the time, you know, she said, you know, you have to go find a job, or you can go back to Jamaica and help your grandmother with the house and the yard, because it's just run down there and the helper down there.
Right.
So I said, I'll go back to Jamaica. So I went back to Jamaica, and that's when things kind of make a turnaround, and I ended up going to Kingston. And a good friend of mine up here named Trevor Davis. You know, he was in the music business. So when I went to Kingston, you know, he had some rhythms, so he gave me some rhythms and blah blah and all of that. And we never really feel any of them. So we booked some time at a studio called Studio One, Channel One Studio.
Right.
So go down there now where we have, you know, Studio One band. We have Soldier as engineer, the main original man them, and build the tune. And the first tune was the tune we built was called Never Run Away.
Okay.
So and that's on YouTube now, and it was released in New York, in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
And the tune kind of did well, you know. So we did that, and then I ended up coming back to Toronto, and then that's when I link up with Leroy Sibbles.
Okay.
So, and that's when everything now really started to take a turn. So Leroy, now I'm working at the record shop, and like I said, that's where all the artists and, you know, kind of come pass through at some point. So Leroy used to come around here a lot. So Leroy and I think it was Willie Williams were heading to the studio one Saturday.
Wow.
So I said to my boss, I said, boy, I really like to go to the studio, you know, never see how it work, and we like to see how the thing work. And so Leroy come to me and say, yo, you man, you want to come in the studio? I say, yeah, man, when I love come. Say, yeah, man, come, man. So go to the studio, and Dede and Leroy working on a song. So while they're working on it, I was kind of just humming along, because at that point now, you know, I've been singing on sound system, so I kind of have a little vibe. So I was just kind of humming along a melody. So Leroy catch it, and Leroy say, yo, man, how was that? So I say, I don't know, I catch a vibe still, you know. So I say, yeah, man, I like the melody, man. We have. So I say, I don't really have nothing. So I grab a pen and pad and start put on two words, you know, it was a Saturday evening and I felt like dancing. So that's so we don't start and I put words together, and then boom, we go voice the song and listen back. And when I the first time hear myself back, so when I hear myself back, I say, summer song, man, we never know say summer song, man. My things never so and I felt that way, you know, because it's the first time hearing yourself back, so it's like, and them know, you know, because there was Pete West and long big time producer too. And I think at that time, and I think at that time now, Willie Williams come in the studio now. So all of them now hearing the song and say, yeah, man, big tune artist, big tune. So Leroy and I think Willie Williams now go put on the harmony on the song.
Oh, wow.
And the song down. You know? It was a Saturday. Remember I fell in love on a Saturday evening. It upon YouTube. It a go on, but my voice young, green.
How old were you at the time when you
I
voiced
think
it?
I was 17 at that time. 16, 17. I think I was in 16 or 17 at that time. You know,
Wow.
just that locks up and all of that. So
And that was like late 80s, right?
Yeah, so that's like 80, about 86, 86, 87.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Yeah. No, sorry, no, that's earlier. That was about 80, 85, 84, 85. Yeah.
84, 85, wow.
Yeah, Saturday evening, that came out in 1984, 85.
Right.
Yeah, man. So Pete Weston released a song in England, in the UK there.
Okay.
And from my understanding that it got onto the pop charts or something to that effect. It did very well. You know. So so that's where that's when it started to kind of, I kind of started to say, all right, I guess I can sing, I guess this is my path. And even at that point, it wasn't something like I said, all right, no, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that, and be a singer. I just still kind of played around with it, and half the time, if somebody never come up to me and say, Chester, when you're singing, sometimes I don't even really think about it, because I was into sports and all of that too. So,
you were into sports. So at that time, you said that you were into sports.
Yeah, at that time, I was playing a lot of soccer. Soccer was my thing back then, so
there it is. I was trying to figure out exactly what did you like to do. Soccer.
So with singing now, it was just kind of more fun, and I was young, so and I mean, I did the one song and then I did the Never Run Away, but I think when it really became serious, which is going to be kind of surprising, when it really became serious is when basically YouTube and social media and all of that became relevant. Because now when I'm on social media now, I have all these different people coming out to me. So this is like, I guess, early 2000s. I really love your song, Never Run Away. And so, and then I'm checking the YouTube views and I'm seeing all of these views and I'm like, wow, this is crazy, So, and then, and then I kind of started dwelling back in it again and dealing with some producers over here, doing some songs here and there and, kind of in and out. And I think when it really kicked off again was just before COVID. It was just before COVID. I did the Dennis Brown.
Oh, okay. I guess he had a call come through at the time. We've lost you.
In Jamaica, that was in 2000 and 2019. Yeah.
Say that again because we lost you briefly.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so like I said, so for a while I was just kind of teeter-tottering with the music thing, and then it was like I said, social media now came into play, and started to realize that people were hearing about me, other places in the world, So that's when because before YouTube and all of that, I didn't know who was hearing what and where my music was. And so it was when social media and YouTube and all of that now when I started to realize that, wow, my songs are being heard in England and Brazil, and I'm getting these messages and comments and all of these things, So, and then, like I said, so I did some songs here and there with different producers here in Toronto, and kind of some hit and miss kind of thing. So it was now in 2019 when a gentleman in Jamaica named Junior Lincoln reached out to me and said he had seen some of my my Instagram videos, and that he puts on the Dennis Brown annual tribute in Jamaica and would like to have me appear on it. So long story short, went there, did the show, and the place went crazy. You know, then I had Winford Williams from Onstage TV. He came to me, you know, and that's a funny story in itself, you know, because what happened is that they had reached out to me for the Dennis Brown tribute and asked if I would be interested, and I asked them when will the tribute be, and they said February. And I said, well, interesting. I'll be in Jamaica in February. I'm shooting a music video, right? Well, that's the plan, is to shoot a music video. So reaching Jamaica now, and when he called me back, he said, yes, Chester, Lloyd Parks and we the people band are rehearsing, and they're ready to rehearse with you, and they would like to rehearse with you at this evening. So I was in Portland, and to get to where they are from Portland, that's a couple hours drive. So I said, I don't think I'll be able to make it. I asked them what time is rehearsal finished, and they said they're finished at 5. And I think it was about maybe 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and I said I won't be able to make it. So he said, all right, well, I'm gonna have Lloyd Parks call you, and you guys just try to see if you can figure it out. So Lloyd Parks called me and said, yes, young man, you know Dennis Brown songs? And I said, yes, man. He said, do you know Sitting and Watching? I said, yeah, man. Do you know Have You Ever Been in Love? And I said, yeah, man. He said, all right, so no worries then. So just come to the show, and and the MC will bring you on and just go into it, just like if you were picking up the mic on a dance on a sound system. Wow. So just take it that way. So get down there to the show and go backstage, talk to the stage manager, tell him my name is Chester Miller, I'm performing this evening. Looks at the list and he sees my name and says, yes, as a matter of fact, you're going on next, so stay close to the stage. So I stay close to the stage. So he says, all right, come up. So I come up, I'm at the side of the stage, and I see this fella run from the other side of the stage, come to the other side of the stage to where I am. And he says to me, did you rehearse with the band? And I said, no. And he goes, you can't perform, and takes the mic and gone. So now everybody kind of looking. So again, Willie Williams was there, and I think Little John and a couple other artists. So they all come down now and say, yo, what happened? So I said, I don't know. The man said, ask if I rehearsed, and I said no, and he take the mic and gone. So we go to the stage manager. So the stage manager says, Lydie said he doesn't know who you are. So I said, oh, you mean he doesn't know? I talked to Lydie last night and work, and he says he doesn't know who you are. So that don't make sense. So that don't make no sense. So no. So the stage manager said, well, they're gonna take a break after this song, so you can talk to Lydie and see what the confusion is. So we say, all right. So that time everybody kind of kicked. No man, Juno Lincoln, the big man, bring him down. You have to perform. The big boss, bring him down. You must perform and all of that. So I said, no man, we're not cool, man. But we just wait until I'm done and find out what the problem. So during the intermission now, we go to live now, and then now it's like, oh, it's you. Okay. I didn't because like I said, we hadn't met, so it was just a phone conversation. Right. So I guess he hadn't remembered the name. So when I told him, I said, yeah, man, we spoke on the phone. He goes, okay. Sorry. All right. No worries. All right. You can open up the second half. So we said, all right, cool. So now the second half come. But the thing is now, the time that I was supposed to go on was very early. People were still coming in. Right. So there was very little bit of people. Yeah. So by the time now the second half started, because I think it was about maybe 45 minutes or something like that. So when he said, no, you're gonna open the second half now, the place ran. The place packed. I'm talking like about 60,000 people. Like it was a lot of people down on the waterfront. So the MC there now, and she's like, okay, we're bringing on stage here now for you all. Put your hands together for Mr.Chester Miller. So she catch herself, and she said, wait, Miller? My last name is Miller. Okay. Well, you better do well for the Miller namesake. Here we go, Chester Miller. So I come out now and start singing. I think I was sitting and watching. So I'm singing now and catching up. But I remember, Lloydie are not the band. Nobody have heard me because, I didn't get to rehearse. So I just come out singing. Right. So I come out and I'm singing now, and the place quiet. Quiet. So I sing and I say, oh no, Chester, you flap yourself. You flap yourself, man. People just look for you like say, weirdo. But me I go on sing, me I go on sing. And then the tune done now, and the place go, the place wide up. So I thought it was the one song. So I'm walking off now and saying, thank you, everybody. And people applauding now, and one of the hands, man, grabbed me by my hand and say, yo, where you go? Slidey calling you. So I turn around now and I go back over to Lydie. This is all going on stage. So I walk over to Lydie and say, yo, you man, you have to do our next tune, You can do our next tune, man. So I say, all right, well, so anything, man. So I think we did Have You Ever Been in Love? So I go back out now and start saying, Have You Ever Been in Love? And this time now, I can't see the people. So I like, sing if you sing along, let me hear you. So I'm trying to get the crowd to sing along, and this crowd starts sing along now. I say, all right. So I start kind of feel good now. And so the song done, and greet everybody and say, give thanks, big up to Dennis Brown, and all of that. And walk come off now. And when my walk come off, it was like a mob. It was like a mob at the side of the stage, man. It's like people come up to me, who are you? Where you come from? Yeah, Dennis Brown's son. Dennis Brown's son, listener. And all of this and all of them things. And that time now, Copeland and Babsy Grange and Winford Williams, and so everybody coming over to me now. And at that time now, Winford come to me now and said, "You man, boy, you never see anything like this, man. And I swear, say Dennis up there. You look like Dennis, you sound like Dennis, but I swear, say Dennis." So
for real.
Yeah, man. So he say, give me your number, give me your number because I need to talk to you. Give me your number. So him called the next day and said, are you busy this afternoon? So I said, no. And he said, I'd really like you to come down by the station for a recording. We're doing a Dennis Brown tribute here on TV. We're gonna have Luciano. We're gonna have Luciano, George Nooks, and yourself, and I would like to have each of you do a Dennis Brown song in tribute, in honor. So I say, yeah, man. So go down by the station now, meet him and everything, and him say, boy, I never seen anything like this, man. Like I'd never heard of it before, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So him say, right, get yourself together. The makeup artist, you're gonna kind of pick up and everything, and so him turn around and come back and say, you know something, I changed my mind. I'm gonna do a special segment just on you. Because I feel there's a story here. And I need to ask you some questions. And I don't think, with the Dennis, with you and Luciano and everybody and George Nooks, I'll be able to do that. So I'm gonna do a segment with you, and then we can do the segment with Luciano, and so that's when I end up doing the interview now with him, and start asking me all these questions, and then that's when the whole me being Dennis Brown's son, took life, because he was like, you have to be like, I think you need to talk to your mother. Because this is normal, and it's like him catch himself, He said, you know, no disrespects to moms, you know, but now disrespect your moms, you know, because, you know, so I always said, boy, hold me too bright and all of that and things. And so no disrespect. But I'm telling you, I'm looking at you, I'm hearing you, and I there has to be some kind of connection. And I said, no, son, you know, and all of that. And so, yeah, so from there now, you know, that's when, you know, it really sparked for me, for really say, all right, this is your calling, Chester. This is what you need to be doing. Music is what you need to be doing. So the plan was to come back here and then go back to Jamaica and do some recording because I had linked up with some producers down there. But when I came back, that's when COVID came in and the lockdown came and everything freeze. So everything was frozen for all of that time. So that's when now a next producer named Tim Dub, you know, who was living in Jamaica, and saw the onstage interview and everything, and he's originally from Canada. So because same like him, because of the COVID, he had to come back. So when he came back, he sought me out. And, you know, was talking that, you know, he was working with you know, with Sizzla and Jamaican and Luton Fire, Freddie, and, you know, he's done a lot of work and, you know, let's do something. So basically it was like, you know, we have nothing to do. We're in lockdown. We can't go nowhere. So let's just work on some music. You know, I have rhythms. We can build rhythms, whatever you want. So that's when the Loving Feeling album EP came into play.
Right.
That's when we started doing all of that recording, and if you know the EP is really, you know, talking about that era, that time that we went through. You know, was basically trying to get people back into the flow after the lockdown, and you know, reggae party and Loving Feelings, and you know. So yeah, so that's when, so you know, here now at present time now, so this is where I'm at now, in a more consistent flow with music and really taking it on as a career now. You know, so from the Dennis Brown tribute, I've put out, I guess, 2 EPs, 2 videos, compilations. You know, I just did a song for Glenn Washington just last week. You know, which should be coming out at some point within the next couple of months. So yeah, man. So things are a consistent flow now, because what I get to find out now, to really, you know, be known or to get the attention or to get the exposure, you have to put out production. That's where it lies. That's where it lies. You have to be consistent and you have to just keep putting out production. So that way, you know, you can build a catalog of yourself, build a body of work. And when you have a body of work, that's when people start to kind of notice and say, okay, this man's serious. This man's been doing it for a minute now. And then, you know, if one song really pop off, everything that you've done previous to that now comes to the surface.
Thank you.
You know, because people are gonna say, "What? They want to see what else you've done."
Exactly.
You know, for those who don't know who you are. So yeah, so that's the plan right now. So like I said, you know, I've been working with the producer here, Tim Dub. You know, we're working on the next EP to come out for January. Sometime in January, maybe early February. So that's what we're in the studio. We're in the studio right now, as a matter of fact.
Right.
So yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Did you ever set out to sound like Dennis Brown? Because it sounds like you was just singing the way you knew how. However, people seem to tell you that you sounded like Dennis Brown. But my question to you, did you intentionally try to set out like Dennis Brown?
Well, not at first. Not at first. Like I said, you know, I used to, Sugar Man was my artist, really like I said, my boss at the time, Bam Bam, who really brought it to me and said, you know, the song, you have a D Brown sound, you know. And then when I start seeing D Brown, that's when, people start, like I said, the one night in the dance there, and I sang the Dennis Brown song there, and the place went nuts. And that's when I started to really kind of gravitate towards Dennis Brown songs. So, like I said, so during that period, it wasn't a musical thing for me. It was a more fun thing, and I was getting girls attention and all that. So it was like, and I was young, so it was a fun thing for me. It wasn't, something I was thinking of, being an artist. It was really until, when I linked up with Leroy Sibbles, that I started to really feel like, okay, this can go somewhere, and it was said, Leroy was always saying, you need to find your voice,
Right. That's
but
right.
it's like, but it as much as I try to back off of the Dennis Brown, which I did many times, it just followed me because I think the fact that people feel that I resemble him as well as sound like him, I think that's why it really stick on. So, when I'm doing live shows, I'm doing Dennis Brown songs and the people am loving it. So, it just kind of pulled me in, where I was just doing a lot of Dennis. So, but now with these last works that I've been doing, it's not that I'm trying to sound like Dennis. It's kind of like, like how you'd have Luciano and Bushman. Luciano and Bushman sound very, very similar.
Yeah,
very much so.
But neither are trying to sound like the other. And if you listen, you can know who is who. I can anyway.
Likewise.
Yeah. So it's not me really trying to sound like Dennis.
Right.
I know I have this. I know I have the slurs and all of that. And it's not something when I go in the studio and record and say, all right, now I'll really try to make that one sound like Dennis. I just start sing out and a lot of times I try, if I catch myself, when I'm listening back to what I just voiced and I listen back and I hear some points where it really sound like Dennis, I'll try and draw it back. I'll try and draw it back. I try to not make it sound so overly done in the sense that it's like, wow, you really sound like Dennis right there, so in that verse. So I'll try and pull back it a little bit so it's not really in the Dennis Brown sound, But
that's very interesting.
But I also know that it's something I can't get away from. So at the same time, it's a kind of somewhat of a confliction because if I try too hard to not sound, then it's like, then there is really no sound because it's like I'm trying to be something that's not naturally flowing.
Right.
I mean? So I have to just really kind of go with my flow. And like I said, if I really kind of catch myself, going in, even Light Park said to me, said, Brethren, I've been with Dennis for decades. And when I watch you and when I hear you, I know you're not trying. I can see it's a natural thing. Just the way you move, the way you angle the mic, the way you slur your words. I know it's a natural thing. And the man came to tears.
Even your, believe it or not, even your speaking voice, because I saw you on stage and everything. I don't think you have a choice. It is your actual speaking voice as well. The tone, the sound. You know what I'm saying? Natural speaking. You sound like him. Listen. There is such thing as reincarnation, Yeah. Reincarnation is from your thing,
But even more to the point, when you check it out, the history of singers from way back, like for instance, when we go back to Prince Muhammad, George Knox used to sing like Dennis Brown, right? When you check out the Frankie Paul when he first came out, he started to sound like Dennis Brown. But each of those artists, even though they started out sounding like Dennis, right? At some point, they kind of morphed into and created their own own, which
Right.
They
became
are. That's
distinctive, you know,
right.
which is very
Right.
interesting. And it kind of lines up with what you are saying to me, but you couldn't pull away from that even if you tried because it's who you are. That's what I
Right.
It's
feel
who you
and see.
are. Yeah.
Make sense?
It's
Right.
a real
Right.
thing.
Right. 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 Yeah, because I mean, like you just said just now, you know, you have Bushman, we sound like Luciano. You have Luciano, we sound like Frankie Paul. You have Frankie Paul, we're coming off of Dennis Brown. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, but at the same time, they all have their own little distinct sound where you can know who is who. You know,
As
Right.
time went on.
right. The last EP
Right.
that I did, those songs that you were playing, you
Yeah.
know, would I listen to them personally? I mean, I know a lot of people are saying, you know, boy, this, you know, Dennis with that song. When I listen to them, I don't hear Dennis. My personal feeling, I really don't hear Dennis because the fact that I'm singing a cover song, it's somebody else's song,
Yeah.
right? Dennis never sang that song. So I'm hearing it how the original singer sings that song. So now I'm singing that person who has no bearing on the Dennis Brown sound, you know,
Yeah.
like say Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hearing their sound, and now I'm singing it based off of their sound, how they sang it, because they're the originators, right? So when me singing those songs, and this is one of the reasons why we did it, because I just had this feeling. I said, Mick would do some cover songs, some popular cover songs, which I've always wanted to do. And I think that would kind of curve me into a kind of different sound, singing these other people's sounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I hear it, I don't really hear Dennis because you're not hearing whoa, whoa, yeah, and all them kind of slurs. You don't hear that in those songs.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm singing it how I heard those people sing it. And they're not slurring and and all of that. So man. So I think as time goes, you know, my sound will start to increase, and you know, the more original songs that I do, you know, will have its own character and such, that you will be able to know that, you know, the difference between Chester Miller and Dennis Brown and all that. So yeah, man. So at the day, I just have to just go with what the flow is inside of me, and not try to go too hard either way of sounding like Dennis or trying too hard not to sound like Dennis. You know
I,
what I mean?
I think the key is, sorry, go on, Sharon.
No, I was saying just at the end of the day, you're just yourself. You know what I mean? You can't help who you are, right? You didn't even think to yourself that you was a singer. You just to sing around, harmonize, maybe do a little something to somebody. Say, no, you can't really sing enough, right? You weren't studying no one. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, in regards to your songwriting now, when did you actually start to write songs?
Well, the first the first song I did was called Saturday Evening. That was
Saturday Evening, right?
Yeah, that was mainly co-written by Leroy Sibbles and Pete.Chester. And I think I kind of had the melody, you know, and they put the words together. Right. The second song that I did was called Never Run Away, and that's the song that I wrote.
That's you.
So so that's going back in what, 1986, 87? Yeah. So that would be my first.
Right. And at that time, did you register the music? Who was teaching you at that time? Did anybody guide you?
Nobody was teaching me anything. I did not know about registering and copyright and all these things. Like I said, I was, you know, 16, 17, and it was just fun. And, you know, I didn't know anything of what, you know, what my gain is, what I'm supposed to get, you know, royalties and all these things, you know. So to present day, you know, because the producer of that song Saturday Evening. But then again, you know, those weren't my lyrics. But for Never Run Away, you know, yeah, no registration. And if so, it's not me. You know? So that and you know, not to dabble into that, but there's a lot of songs out there that I did from back in the day that I had no business sense and no, you know, didn't know the criterias of managing your songs and stuff. So that's what I'm really dabbling to now, is going back and see if I can get, you know, collections for all these songs from back in the day that
I hope so. It's still not, you know what? It's been going on for so many years, so long. We're talking the 80s now. You can't go back and find where you need to find. That's because I'm listening to your story. I'm like, was anybody helping you? Because you keep going back to the fact that, okay, it wasn't a thing that you were taking serious still and all. Back in the 80s, everybody's prevalent to this information now, and you're in the studio with supposedly reputable people with no guidance.
No guidance.
With no guidance, just like, he's good. He's gonna, come in and do this. So you can still do it because it's still early days yet, man. Do your thing because you've been doing it for so long. You deserve that. You deserve that.
Yeah, man. You know, and I think it's coming to fulfillment now. I think in my later years, you know, I think it's really because some things are happening now that I never thought would happen, you know. And some, you know, I just performed at Reggae Jam in Germany in August, you know. And
how was that?
And it was amazing. It was amazing. It was I would have to say it was, you know, away from performing for Nelson Mandela back in the 90s. I would say it was probably one of the biggest highlight of my career because the feedback that I got from the German people and the reggae jam people, you know, and the connections that I made and that I continue to make, even though I'm back here in Toronto, is overwhelming. You know, I mean, we're talking about, you know, some things, you know, in the works that, you know, that we're trying to set for the new year for this summer. You know, we're in talks with Lloyd Parks and We the People Band.
Right.
Along with Marla Brown and Dennis Brown daughter, to do a first of its kind ever, a Dennis Brown world tribute tour. Right. So it would be Lloyd Parks and We the People Band, Dennis Brown world tour featuring Lloyd Parks, Marla Brown, and Chester Miller.
Brilliant.
So that's what the festival. So So I don't want to go into too much, but that's what's in the works right now. And from what we're hearing is that they think this can be really huge. Really
and this is going to be happening next year, is it?
Yeah, it could be looking for happen through for the festival season in in Europe. So so that's the talk, you know, and that
so we're talking about big things.
Yeah, man, big things, man. Dennis Brown band, original band, Lloyd Parks and We the People Band, and having his daughter Marla Brown, you know, who's an artist in her own right and doing great things, doing great things. I think she's going to be performing in November, October in Australia and some other places, you know. So she's doing very well right now, you know. So That's why the festival committee over there really think that this would be a really, really big move, you know.
I
Right.
think it's great.
So
It's wonderful.
I wonder which country is pushing this. Which country is pushing it?
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's
Wow.
the reggae after my performance at Reggae Jam, because they had never seen me. So after the performance, you know, I was summoned up to the big mansion, the big house of Sheriff, the man who puts on the Reggae Jam Fest.
yeah.
And they had a little private party, and myself and Admiral Tibet and a couple of the artists were there. And he brought me aside and had a good talk with me and said, you know, he was really impressed with my performance, and had he had known, he would have put me on in the prime time. But you know,
Right.
you know, it was my first time. He only had heard of me and seen a couple of videos. So, you know, and then that's when the conversation came, where as to how do I feel? How would I feel about having Dennis Brown Band working with Light Parks and with the People Band? And I said, yes, I worked with them. I worked with him in Jamaica. So, you know, we had a good vibe. You know, the energy was great, and you know, Lydie was amazing, and everything. And so so they're it's all in the works. And you know, I don't know if I should be saying anything. You know, I don't know if I should be kind of quiet, but yeah, so that's what's going on. So yes, and then like I said, you know, I have the EP coming out in January. So I think 2004 is
Yeah.
gonna be great. And I just got hooked up with a really good booking agent out in Germany over there too. So yeah, man. So some big things looking to happen for the new year, you know. So really, really, really looking forward to that.
Go ahead, Sharon. I know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, honestly, for me, I think after seeing you on the Wilfred Williams show, right, I was just like, but wait, where this man come from? Where he come from? Where this man come from? Right, I'm looking, it's like it's you know, I saw the with you and George Nooks as well. It was really beautiful, and I'm like,
Right.
hearing your story, you never would have even imagined this for yourself,
Right. You know, it was funny. Like, I don't mean to cut you, but it's funny because it what you just said, it reminded me a guy came backstage or came side stage after the performance, said, Bridget, he said, I forget don't I do 10 push-up. I forget don't I do 10 push-up. I for make sure some heart still in my chest, Bridget. Because we swear some heart stop when we see you. So I forget don't I do 10 push-up to see if it's still a beat. Bridget, I don't know where you come from, you know what? But me never seen a thing like this, man. Now I tell you this, you know. You're Dennis Brown's father. No, you're Dennis Brown's son. You don't know it. You don't know it, you know. You don't know it, but you're Dennis Brown's son. You don't know it, but you're Dennis Brown's son. Remember me tell you that. And walk and go and left me. I said, I couldn't stop laugh, man. I said, I laughed in my week, man. And the man looking in my face, serious, you know.
Yeah.
I forget don't I do 10 push-up, you know, man. I couldn't believe me, man. I couldn't believe me. I couldn't believe me. I couldn't believe me. Where you come from? You're Dennis Brown's son. You don't know it, you know. But you are Dennis Brown's son. Yeah, man. So when you were saying all of that, Sharon, it kind of sparked that memory there, you know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, look at me. I kept saying, but where this man come from? I said, but who are you? You know, relatively young man coming up, and I'm like, wait. For you yourself, how do you feel about what is happening for you? Right? You feel like, all right, you did ask. What is the word? Is a fluke.
Sharon, like you're breaking up. Say that again.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Yes, I'm saying for you, right? How do you feel about what is happening for you? Because as you stated, this was like a fluke. You did not set out to be who you're becoming now, right? You did not set out, but destiny has it that is your path. Have you fully embraced your path now, going forward? Have you fully embraced and you see the vision?
Yes, this is it. This is it. Yeah, man, I see it now and I feel it and I feel comfortable. I feel confident. And that's what was missing. And I think that's why I never took it serious and kind of just play with it, because there was always an area of doubt. There was never, and I mean, you know, Dennis even tried to get me on stage a couple of times and I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go because I was shy. I was really, really shy. Even when I used to go on mic back in the day, I was this little guy, people trying to see who that I sing. You know, I was really shy. But I have to say, since the Dennis Brown tribute going forward, and especially after the Reggae Jam show and the first EP, Loving Feeling, I feel like, okay, this is it now. I feel comfortable. I feel confident. You know, I feel like I'm really singing now. Whereas before, you know, I felt I was singing with this little area of doubt and not feeling sure of myself and if it's good enough. And now it's like I can stand up, you know, hold my head up high and know that, yes, I am a singer and I can sing, you know? So, yeah, so I feel that's where I'm at now, and I feel comfortable where I am now as an artist. Yeah.
Now you said you actually met Dennis Brown, is that correct?
Say that again.
Did you say that you actually met Dennis Brown? Just to be clear, did you actually meet him?
Yeah, man. I get to spend enough time with Dennis. Yeah, man. Yeah, I spent time with him in Jamaica. You know, he used to have a house up Red Hills there, and when he'd come to Toronto, you know, at the hotel, you know, go by the hotel, and you know, and yeah, it was here. He when we were backstage, and him say, you know, Swatton, I do I want you, I do I want you fire, I do I want you, I'm like, me, I'm making I want you, fire, yeah. So I said, no, Dennis, man, but now come out, man, but now come out. I said, no, man, I a time now, you know, a time for you know. So no, man, but now come out. And the man called me, Chester. Chester. And luckily, I was way at the back because we are burning two spliff and things, so we're like way back. And I hear the name and preacher, yo, Chester, Dennis, I call you. And like just way back and that's back. I said, no. After the show, I would go backstage and like, what, man? You know, see him that said, Dennis, not telling somebody that I come out there, but they're ready yet. But see, oh, you mean already? You're ready, man. You're ready. So, yeah, man. Some nice memories, man. Some really beautiful memories.
What did Dennis think about you singing like him? What was his view on that?
Yeah, man, he is very encouraging. Yeah, man, you know, I remember at the hotel one time and I played a cassette. I played a cassette and he was listening and I think I did some slurs, you know, like I did like, whoa, hey, you know, and he heard it and he was like, whoa, yeah, man, hear that, man, yeah, man, like, whoa, hey, I read that, you know. Yeah, man, you know it, man. And he was like, kind of, elbow me in my side, like, yeah, man, me here, man. Whoa, hey, yeah, man, me here, artist, me here. Yeah, man, you know.
So that's kind of like he's endorsed you to run with the banner, isn't it? Spiritually.
I think so. I believe that. Yes, endorsed you.
Well, from what Lloyd Parks say, you know, like, you know, he really feel like, you know, I have the attitude, you know, and the similarities and all of that, and you know, he's one person that spent, you know, a lot of time with Dennis throughout his musical career, You
Very
know,
true.
so when, when the man start eye water, tears start come down the man's face, when him talking to me,
Wow.
guys, like, it's moving, it really kind of touched me that, he really feels the connection that I have this connection with, doing Dennis songs or sounding similar to Dennis and all of that, And like I said, there was periods at times where I really tried to fight it, and you're not gonna go nowhere as an artist sounding so much like Dennis and being in Dennis Brown's shadow, and Dennis Brown is one of the biggest reggae artists ever, to compare with that, and so there was a lot of times where I really got discouraged and thinking like, what are you doing? Like, this is foolishness. Dennis Brown's the crown prince, like we are trying to go with that. And then, the other flip side to it is how much encouragement and people supporting and, you need to be doing this, and, reggae music needs back that sound, that kind of sound, and you have it, and, it's a gift that you got, and, let me just say this one last little story here that really topped it out for me. This was probably the thing that really kind of sealed it for me in the sense of feeling comfort doing what I'm doing. A brethren had said to me, he said, do you know the story of Elijah and Elijah from the Bible? And I said, yes, I do know the story of Elijah and Elijah. Elijah was a prophet and was taken up on a chariot of fire. And while he was on the chariot of fire, Elijah shouted out and said, can you pass on thy blessings that I may continue on with thy glorious works? And Elijah said, if you see me go off into the distance, the blessings will be bestowed unto you. If you see me disappear, the blessings were not for you. And he went off into the distance. So the blessings were passed on to Elijah.
Right.
So the man said, look at that, Elijah in Elijah, right? So that is you, Dennis Brown, and you. Dennis Brown passed down the blessings onto you, or the blessings were passed down to you to continue on with the legacy and continue on with the works. I mean, you look at your eye, you look at your nose, your feature, you have the same features, and those are the things that create a sound. Is your nose and your mouth and these things, and you and Dennis have the same kind of nose and mouth and all that. So this is something that you need to do. You have to do it, and you do it naturally. It's not something you're trying to do. You sing Bob Marley. You sing Bob Marley. You sing Bob Marley. You sound like Dennis Brown. So you can't get away from it. No matter what you sing, you're still gonna have that Dennis Brown sound. So don't try to fight against it or try to change it. That's I just works that, and from what I see, those blessings, same like Elijah and Elijah, were passed down to you to continue on with the word. So just go and give Jah praise, and just go and sing music and bring joy to people's spirit. So so I guess over there.
Go ahead, Sharon.
Listen, like I said before, it's your tone. And of course, it is. When people sing, it's usually nasal. It's from here down, right? Shape of your mouth.
Right.
You can't do that. You didn't choose that.
Right.
That's a natural thing. You know what I mean? So then what comes out vocally, you know what I'm saying? That is you 100%.
Right.
So
Right. So
it's a beautiful thing to know that.
Yeah.
The lessons were passed down to you. Right? You can't change it.
Yeah. So when I heard that little reasoning with the Elijah, because I know the story of Elijah and Elijah. So when I really look into it now, and I said, that's probably one of the best comparisons that I've ever heard in the sense of me and Dennis. That how, one was the apprentice and one was the master, and one was the teacher, And as the teacher went away, the student asked the teacher for the blessings that he had that he continue on with the same works, and the teacher passed down the blessings, and the youth and the student get to continue on with the works, you know. So, and that's biblical. So when I heard that, it's like it really kind of struck a nerve, you know. I said, and it kind of brought me to a comfort place, because like I said, you know, I struggle with it, man. You know, I struggled with the Dennis Brown thing for a very long time, and I think that was a hindrance in me moving forward as an artist, because again, that was what was creating that area of doubt, was feeling like, okay, you sound too much like that man, and people comparing you to this man, and this man is like no other, you know. No, you know, there's only one Dennis Brown who can sing like Dennis Brown, and that's why you don't really find a lot of people singing Dennis Brown songs, because he has such a way in how he sings and he phrases his words and all of that, you know. So then to have somebody like me who...
His embellishments are what made him a very unique. It's his whole embellishments. Where there was no words, the embellishment carried the song.
Right.
Whatever it was, it's the embellishments.
Embellishment. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the embellishments. No, you can mimic the runs, but Chester Brown, you naturally just have it. It's the tone in your voice. It's like you have like a there's a certain raspiness in even the way that you speak. It's like it's not a harsh, it's like a slight raspiness. And to do all of that, when you listen to Dennis Brown, that's how he was able to do those embellishments. All different whatever song he was doing, you know what I mean? And that's what you have. You could carry. You don't have to say a word. Your embellishment alone, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, that's Dennis Brown." You know what I mean? And that's a beautiful thing. And I'm sorry that you had to do that. That you doubted your own self because you thought you were trying to sound like because people told you you were. And in all reality, it was just a little thing.
Yeah.
Now you just have to take that natural thing to the next level.
Right.
Dennis Brown's life was cut short, unfortunately, and he was, I think you exemplify his spirit in terms of all that many artists that we've spoken to, right? Well-known artists. I've had the opportunity to meet Dennis Brown. I've said the same thing. He was very jovial. You seem to be the same way. Very jovial, you know, good spirit, always encouraging. I never heard a bad word, and you exemplify that. That's what makes you who you are. That's why Dennis loved you so much.
Yeah. Wow. That was so nicely said, Sharon. All of what you just said right there. Wow. That was just so nicely rounded and perfectly spoken. Wow. Very nicely. Nice, Sharon, man. Yeah, man, I felt that. I felt that little piece of reasoning there. I felt that.
Yeah, man. That's real talk. You know what I mean? It's just lifeless. Yeah, your embellishments is embellishments, man. That's always what it is.
Yeah.
Each artist, you did a song by the Bee Gees, one of my favorites. Them three brothers, the Bee Gees. I love their songs, and I've tried to cover one of the songs, and I might do it over again. But I'm telling you, same thing with them. Their embellishment is what made them who they are. You understand? The way those runs are, not everybody could pull that off. Same for you. It's a natural thing that when you hear a song, that melody that you're creating in your head is a certain embellishment that you could see. If it's not a word, it's an embellishment.
Right. I like that word there, embellishment, man. Yeah, man. I like that.
Yeah,
Embellishment.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I might name the EP that Chester Miller Embellishments, man. Yo. You know, I like that. That's a nice title. A nice title, Embellishments, man. Because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
That's what it is. That's what makes each artist unique. What kind of runs they have, their embellishments in a song. It's just
Yeah, man. Very nicely said, Sharon, man. Very nicely said. Yeah, man. I felt that. Felt that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you said the new EP, you got a new EP coming. Is it covers or is it originals that's coming?
No, this one's originals. Originals, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More roots, more roots, rootsy. You know,
Yeah.
more message, more conscious. Yeah, this one. Cause we're trying to do a theme, you know, like the first loving feeling was more geared towards, you know, coming out of the pandemic. You know, so it's a kind of more upbeat, let's get happy again, you know, reggae party, loving feeling, you know. So it was that was kind of the theme for that album. And then classic covers, the theme was, you know, again, you know, classic covers, you know, big tunes from back in the day. So this EP now, the theme is more conscious roots music. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the conscious, I mean, let's talk about real quick the state of reggae music today. You see what's going on, and I'm sure that you've heard, you know, all the stories. There isn't any more camaraderie anymore with certain artists. Everybody's fighting against each other. For yourself and what you're bringing to the table, which is the conscious lyrics, what do you see, or how do you feel about the state of reggae music today? Because some say it's going, I see it coming back to the forefront. It's like when you're doing music, before let me just say this, when you're creating music, you want to create a song that is inspiring others, right? You're creating music
you kind of chipped out. You don't want to create a song that is what?
I said one is to create music, right? You're creating music to encourage people out there, not bringing them down, not negativity, not spreading guns and violence. For yourself, you're doing a roots and culture music. Can you say that your music is geared towards that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. My music is very intentionally set in a way of conscious, uplifting, positive, happy, you know, kind of music, you know, reggae music, you know. I find the state of reggae music today is in dire straits, is in a very, very I would almost say reggae music is probably at its lowest that it's ever been, in the sense of, you know, conscious reggae music, right? And I think the reason is that because there's no artists that are coming in on a regular taking up the mantle, right? You have you know, back in the 80s, you know, you have like the Sugar Minot and Alton Ellis, but you always had the young youths that were coming. You know, you have like all a place like Youth Man Promotion, right?
Yes.
Where you have enough young artists, Little Lenny and Little John and you know what I mean? So you had enough young artists that were always coming. Court the Melody, Carnal Crystal, all them young artists were always coming. You don't have that no more. You don't have young artists that are coming, and I'm talking singing artists.
Yes.
Because what's happening in Jamaica now is that you find that the dancehall and the trap is now the youth them kind of music, is the young people music. The young people aren't really listening to reggae music anymore. They're into the dancehall, and then the dancehall have the gun lyrics and the violence and all of that, and you know, and that seeps into what's going on social media, and you know, and it's a whole different dynamics now, because everything is mingled. You know, the dancehall with the hip hop and the rap, it's all intertwined now. We're all kind of in the same kind of realm, you know. So with that, now reggae music is kind of in the back ways, other than the mature clientele.
Yeah.
Right? It's only more the mature kind of crowd that are really holding on to reggae. And then now you have, when you Google countries that have the most reggae listeners, I forget how you word it, but countries that have the most reggae fans.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica is way down on the list. The 10 top countries. You have places like Germany, mad for reggae. You have places like Brazil, mad for reggae. Africa, especially all the places like the Ivory Coast, mad for reggae music. And I'm talking reggae music, you know? And then Jamaica is way down on the list. Why is that? Why is not the Jamaican government not endorsing its #1 commodity? As far as I'm concerned.
You have to ask why the people in it is not endorsing it the way they should. Yeah, because if many of the artists who are in it felt strongly about it, they'll be keeping to the foundations of our music, the root of where we come from. Yeah.
Right.
So you really have to ask. I mean, even if the producer says he wants you to do a particular tune, you have the right of refusal, right? I would imagine. Or say, this is where I'm trying to steerhead my career into, you know? So I don't know where, the repair system comes into play because, again, I'm going to use a term. It's like we're jumping out of a plane without a parachute, you know? We know what needs to happen. We're hearing the news. It's almost like Germany's taking over Jamaica to write it. Pardon my language. But I have to say it, And sooner or later, don't be surprised if the greatest music in the world is coming out of Germany.
Right.
That's just my personal view.
Right.
However, people to see that is totally up to them. But I feel like we've lost control of our direction. That's just a personal view again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with that 100%. Because you find, say, the reason why all this, violence we're hearing in the music is because that's what the people are gravitating towards. So the artist should be, because it's like me as an artist. I don't sing what I think the people want to hear. I don't sing about what everybody's going on with or what everything is going on with. I don't sing like that. I sing what I'm feeling,
Right.
Or and those things just kind of magically come to you. That's the magic about music. You hear a rhythm and you just find a melody and you just find these words, and sometimes you listen back to the song and you're like, how did I come up with all of that? Where did that come from? But these are just feelings that you have deep within your subconscious, because of your soul and who you are as a person and what really resides within you. That's what's coming out. So if you're a person who is, violent and bitter and angry and all of that, that's what's gonna come out of you, So you find, say, with a lot of these young guys and the gangs and all of these things, and so that's what's coming out. And then you have the fan base now, and there's a fan base for it. So now you have the fan base who's eating it up. Them not gonna stop because they might eat it up. And then the endorsements is coming from, the money from the gang life. So slapping a big heavy bunch of paper on radio, man. You think radio man now go play it and they might get a pile of money drop down on the table and say, yo, this jacket, I want you to play that tune every hour upon the hour. And just leave a big pile of cash on the table upon it. So you see, so it's not one level, it's not one particular thing. It's a systematic thing that's kind of moving like a domino effect. You know? So, and then you have and again, like you say, the producer can say to the artist, you know, bitch, come with something more uplifting, man. And the artist say, for what? You know, so the thing what me I talk about, everybody eat up that. And that I go on and last the artist there, might make big paper. The artist there might make big paper. So there's no incentive for them to stop it because it's getting eaten up. You know, young people are eating it up. You know, so for reggae music now, you know, like the man that does reggae jam, you know, he tell me, he say Chester, the kind of artist that I look for my shows are upcoming artists because they appreciate the opportunity and they're young and they're humble. The upcoming artists. And then the other set of artists are vintage artists who have been there, you understand, not being driven by ego, you know, roots artists, conscious artists. That means, you know, you must have a certain, you know, attitude, state of mind as a roots artist. So you're not in the badness and you know, ego and, you know, which is still, you know, there's still the artists with ego still, but, you know, so, and you say, I don't really draw for mainstream artists because the mainstream artists that are going on right now, you can't talk to them and they want this and they want that and them this and they have their crew and 10 man round them and the 10 man round them and, yeah man, who tell them man, say you want this and, oh, you want, you know, 10 buckle of Hennessy in your room and rental car and then him know, yeah, I true, you know, I true, man, I true. You know what I mean? And the 10 man they were around him now, because them might eat off of him, they might tell him anything where he want to hear. Are you are the biggest artist, you know, you are the biggest name, and you should have closed tonight, you know. Oh, them boy are no better than you. And him then, you know, I eat it up. Yeah, man, I true, man. You know?
Yeah.
And then now,
I diss them, I diss you, man. I diss them, I diss you.
Yeah. And then them go when them go abroad now with the same attitude, right? And start kind of, you know, ego up themselves with the promoter. And so, oh, want this, want more of a room, have X amount of liquor and this and that and that. And the promoter just does it. Because in his mind, I'm not drawing back for him again.
Right.
And that's what happened. Because there's a lot of artists right now. Can you see all them festivals over there? It's like a syndicate.
Yeah.
They all work together.
Yeah.
So if one of them block you, you're blocked from the whole syndicate. Yeah. So, you know,
because I'm even hearing in Germany, right, that a lot of the promoters are disenchanted with a lot of the artists who are performing, you know, at Rotterdam or, you know, in Germany, basically, you know. So they apparently they had a meeting of all the different, you know, promoters in Germany from Reggae Jill to Rotterdam, and they all got together talking about this very same thing that you're talking about. You know, and how things have to change. They're actually looking at it.
Yeah. Because you see, you could be the greatest artist, great artist, great music. But you see, if your attitude not right and you have a chip on your shoulder and you feel like you're entitled, that not work. That can't work. But you see, if you're an artist now who's, you know, working at his craft, trying to make his way, he's not no big name, but trying to make his way, but him spirit right, him know how to talk to people, him appreciate the opportunities, you know, him thankful. Those are the things that open the door.
Yeah.
And it's relative in all business. You know, it's like why they say, you know, that's what most golf games are about. You know, it's really business. It's to see if, you know, if your vibe is right, if your energy is right, You know, I've heard of record companies signing artists that could barely sing, but just through them love the artist vibe. And just love his energy and his
character,
you know, character and willingness. You know, rather than, you know, I'm great, but you know, I'm I'm too big to talk to you. You know what I mean? So these are the things, and these are the things that hurt a lot of Jamaican artists, is that they go over there with a chip on their shoulder, and you know, and these promoters, you know, they're not going to squabble. They're not going to squabble. They'll work with it, but they just have in their hearts after that this is an artist that we don't think is a good suit for what we do here.
Yeah,
you know, and there's and I was told, they told me a lot of artists' names. I said that artist, you know, which I won't mention still, but they told me, they said this and that artist, that artist, that artist, that artist, this and I'm like, wow. And it's because, you know, they come and they create you know, some, you know, go out with some foolishness and badness and feel entitlement and you know, rude and disrespectful, and you know what I mean, and so that's why I say to any upcoming artist, any artist out there, really and truly, just be true to your craft, be true to what you're doing. You know, at the end of the day, when you listen back what the works that you've done, your project, and listen back and you feel good, and you say, yes, I like that. No make nobody tell you no different. And just stay humble. Stay humble. Stay humble. Because remember, you know, you're as good as your last hit. You know, and there's always somebody else around the corner. So at the end of the day, it's how you treat people, how you deal with people, and just be, you know, be kind, man. Just show love, man. You know, that's what we're here for, one another. You know, to encourage one another, and to guide one another, and to uplift one another. You know, and that's what reggae music is supposed to be distributing. You know, the peace and love and togetherness. You know, and that's what I find. So the German people are the, you know, European people really love, is that unity and that coming togetherness as a people in reggae music. You know?
Well, as you know, that was the agenda right from the start. You know, especially, you know, like for instance, you know, when people talk to me about the glorious days of music, right? For some reason, I always refer back to the 70s. Yeah, when you have bands like, you know, whether it was Gladiators or Culture, whether it was Burning Spear or whoever the band was that was, you know, preaching that good word, you know, people like Johnny Clark. You know, I remember learning a lot from Johnny Clark about who I was as a young kid growing up in racist Britain, you know, because Britain has a history with racism. And music was the comforter for me, you know, when I was listening to tunes like Roots, Natty Congo, and, you know, telling me who I am as a black man, you know, no matter where you come from, you're an African, preaching a word of, you know, peace and love and you name it. Even the struggle in South Africa, we must not forget, you know, reggae music played its part, you know. So reggae music has always been powerful. It's the reason why they try to get rid of many of our greats. Like, for instance, Bob Marley. You know, as a young youth, when I was maybe about 10, 12, my mind just started to wander. I said to myself, if Bob Marley ran for president or prime minister of Jamaica, you know, he'd win hands down. Because that's how powerful Bob Marley was. And this is the mind of a young kid, me thinking about how powerful our music is. But somehow, some way, we're losing that power. The people who are the warriors for, you know, that culture, mindset, whatever it is, you know, slowly but surely you can see they're disappearing like smoke in the wind.
Man. And in my personal opinion, I think because this music has such a message, such a way of
empowering
the people, uplifting the people. You understand? And exposing, because remember, you know, a lot of these music, what we're doing, you know, is centered around Babylon and the system and the corruptness and the evil wickedness that go on in the world.
Yeah.
So you have to come to realize now that there's certain elements in the world that don't want this music to be going on. You understand? There's certain governments that don't want this music, especially in this era, in this time where we're in now with censorship.
Yeah.
Right? You know, that's why they get rid of Bob Marley. And that's why I personally feel, and I think I said it earlier on, I think that's why the Jamaican government is instrumental with the American government, because I know that the Jamaican government is ally. You understand? And America does not want this music. That's why they got rid of Bob Marley. They don't want this music because it's an uprising music. It's a music that uprise the people, uplift the people, open up the people them eyes. So there's no way the government of the American government want this music to flourish.
Yeah.
So now the hand get heavy on the Jamaican government to not endorse this music. If you endorse this music, then there will be penalties, sanctions, or whatever they may do.
Chester,
You know?
how you know so much, my brother?
This is real talk.
Yeah, man. But that's the real. And this and because of that, it suffers all artists to be in an individual hustle within his career.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going on. Every artist is just basically hustling his career. There's no design, there's no center place, there's no company, there's no structure or embodiment to kind of help artists or to nurture ground zero, or however you want to call it.
Yeah.
There's no. I mean, you have VP Records, but you know the word of VP Records. I mean, you know, it's not very positive. But that's one of the only.
Vampire.
Yeah, that's one of the only kind of reggae center place that you can go. And then you have a place like Reggaeville.
Yeah.
Which is based out of Germany. You understand? And that place, and I'm telling you, and I had the pleasure of meeting Julian, the man for Reggaeville.
Right.
And you know, you know, the thing is a monster. Reggaeville, it's grown into this because it's the only one of the only platforms that feature reggae consistently. And to know that, and to know that's coming out of Germany.
Germany,
and then you have Jamaica. We have nothing
to do.
Not even the festivals in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Are owned by outsiders.
Yeah.
You understand? So who the government of Jamaica is intentionally doing nothing to nurture this music. And like I said, it's a number one commodity. I mean, where else Jamaica is known for around the world? It's music, reggae.
So
reggae.
How do we get our power back? Because you're a man who's on the center stage. So in your viewpoint, how can we get our power structure back? Or is that fighting a losing battle? Or do we just have to just flow with the you know?
Well, I mean, it's hard because, you know, we're in a different times now with social media and all of this now, you know. So it's really hard now to really, you know, shift the mentality and the mindset of the youth then, because this is going back to the youth then, right? and how they see the world. And it's very violent. There's no love. You understand? And let me just make this clear. I have nothing against dancehall. I love dancehall. It's the message within dancehall that's going on that me have issue with. Because you keep it and I beat some dancehall out there, you know, all pop on the reggae jam. Keep it and beat some dancehall on reggae jam. But heavy conscious lyrics. Rasta. You know what I mean? So it's not dancehall beat. It's the words, it's the meditation we are going in a dancehall. And that's where the youth them I eat up. The more violent and the more you know brutal he is.
So let me ask you a question, right? Like how you mention all this. Would you say, in your honest opinion, there's a level playing field for the youths?
Say that again.
Would you say there's a level playing field for the youths in the music industry right now?
If there's a level playing field?
Yeah.
All right.
So for instance, where there's opportunities for the elders and so forth in the industry from way back to where we are today, you know, is there an issue for the youth getting through the door? Are they having to create these opportunities for themselves, which is why we see the industry going in the direction it's going to?
Yeah, because they're creating the industries for themselves. Because a lot of the backing of enough of them artists I come from some heavy mans who have money. And they must slap down some heavy money so they can market the thing and push the thing and pay money for that, get pushed and pay money. It's all about money.
So
it's money.
So it's about payola then.
Yeah, it's all about money. So the gang thing, it's all about money for the artists. It's all about the money because the money dead. So it's a domino effect. So that's why I know we as the cultural artists, the roots artists, we don't have them kind of backing there. Because we not support that. So that's how now we kind of get shift out where the radio disc jockey man, we not have them kind of money for slap down on a disc jockey man for play the tune every hour upon the hour. But the gang man know the dancehall, you know, slash gangster have that money there, can slap on the DJ. Even though the DJ in him right mind don't really want to play their music, they can't him not support it neither. But I have to feed him picking them.
Are you feeling the pinch from that?
Am I feeling the pinch from that?
Yeah.
Well, how you mean?
Is your music being widely promoted the way you would like it to be?
No, because you know, at the end of the day, it's money, you know, marketing, you know, it's marketing, man, and that take money, that take money. Who I think it was T-Pain, hip hop rapper, you were there. Said something like, if you're not putting like all $200,000 behind your music, you're not going anywhere. And I mean that's a little excessive still, but you know, it just goes to show you. I mean, you can put your stuff on Spotify, but how you get people to know that it's on Spotify, to get the traffic to move over to Spotify or wherever, or YouTube or wherever, and all of that. That takes money, you know what I mean? And, you know, I mean, but at the same time, you know, if your material is good and, you know, you're getting the support, and I mean, with me now, the fact that I'm dealing with more reggae, so that's that kind of draws to a certain audience dynamics. So, you know, it's not youths, it's not young people, these are more mature people. So the dynamics kind of shift where, you know, it's not really about how fast and how hard. It's about more consistency and that, you know, you're consistent. And then that's when people now start kind of more gravitate toward, you know, because them to say, yeah, man, you might come out with some tunes. I've been hearing some tune with it. And that's, you know, you find more within the reggae community. They will take more notice and kind of, keep an eye upon you and see, what more you come with and all of that. Whereas when the young people, things are moving so fast, man. And if you now come with a big slam and a big bang, you get lost in the noise, So yeah, so with reggae music is making a comeback in a way where it's going back to its more authentic sounds.
Right.
More 80s vibes, like a man like Don Carlos.
Yeah.
Don Carlos, I tear on the place, and it's that style of reggae,
Yeah.
but more 80s authentic style of roots reggae. Where Europe, I find, say Europe really love. They're not really into the new thing, and all of that. More traditional, So yeah, man. So I see some people online ask, is reggae music dead? Is reggae dead? Because there's not really a lot of singers out there anymore. Back in the day, you had enough singers, man, enough singers. But like I said, the icons are passing off, and the youth them not taking up the mantle. I mean, away from Romy and Virgo.
I was going to mention him. Yeah, that's right. We have to acknowledge that there are singers out there, who's still pushing and doing some greatness. And like you said, Romain Virgo is one of the greats who's
man.
Yeah, who's sitting on the shoulders of the ancestors.
Yeah,
man.
Couple.
And you can see with somebody like Romain Virgo, he's I don't know him, but by the way how he's handling his music and the type of music, I can see that he has a good team around him,
Yeah.
And that's that's the core of any reggae artist. That is the core of any reggae artist, is the team, the people you have around you.
Right. That's right.
Look on Barris. When Barris move, man, Barris thing, everything is in sequence, everything structured, everything, all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed.
Yeah.
Everything working systematically. Everybody have them role to play. Everybody in them lane.
Yeah.
So it's about the people you have around you that can really work with you and take it to that next level.
Yeah.
You know? And so yeah, man.
Well,
Talking a lot.
Sharon, do you have any more questions for Chester before we round it up?
No more questions. I'm always encouraging,
Okay.
seeing. Huh?
No, for a second you froze. But I can
okay.
see you moving there.
I said right. I'm saying, just encouragement. Usually sometimes what I say to a person sticks. Whatever I've said to you today, it's going to stick like glue. Because that's just me, right? It just comes very naturally.
Gorilla glue, right?
Yep, exactly. Whatever I say to you will
Gorilla
stick to
glue.
you. Stick like glue. I feel like the baton, as they would say here, the baton has 100% been passed on to you. The road itself may not be easy. That's without question, because anything you get to, there is a hidden agenda behind it. Your process is supposed to be at this point. Every step that you're going through now is correct. Your mindset had to be correct. Your heart had to be correct. And spiritually, you have to embrace what you are doing, right? So the road is not going to be easy, but you have been chosen. You amongst many others, like a Romain Virgo, right? You've been chosen now to lead the people. It will one day make sense to you, but I'm telling you this for real. The road again, not easy, but you're destined to bring things back, loop it back to where it was. You're one of them, one of many, because it's going to take an army, not even a village, an army of people to stand firm and be like, no. But it's gotten out of hand, especially in Jamaica. My heart is so sad with the nonsensical violence, and it's what's happening is happening too random and too easy. The hidden agenda is to almost destroy the country and for those outsiders to come in and take over to supposedly make it how they want it, and it's wrong, but it's gonna come to a head. Jamaica is a Jamaica is a God-blessed country, right? And they will try. They've already infiltrated, right? They come in to build the roads. Not our people. They're coming to build the roads, but they're trying to make Jamaica something else. It will come to an end. It cannot go any further. It can't.
Something I have to give. Something I have to give. Yeah, man. Something I got bust, man.
Something 100% will. And again, you are one of the chosen ones. When it does, the same music that basically put Jamaica on the map, you are one of the ones to bring it back. So stand firm. I'm telling you, stand firm, my brother. Continue the journey. You know what I mean?
I feel it, man. I feel good as an artist, you know. I really for the first time, you know, on this journey, I have to say I really feel like I've come into myself now and ready for the task at hand. You know? Ready for it.
Amen.
That's
you know, there's one thing I said to you while we were trying to set this thing up. You're stepping into your purpose. God don't make no mistake, you know.
No.
You know, because you're now living your purpose. And I think you did mention that, you know, Lloyd Park said to you, this is easy for you. It's not like you're even trying, you know, because your mannerisms. I heard Sharon Mango say just the way you talk. You're talking just naturally how you normally talk. Even when I've been talking to you on the phone, I kept saying to you, it's like I could close my eyes and swear blind this is D Brown, you know? And I say that not to justify you singing like him, but to let you know that you're just stepping into who you really are, you know what I mean? And it's just coincidental. I always used to say as a young kid, I swear blind that God created two of each person.
Right.
Me too.
You know?
You see, hear that.
And then throw away the blueprint. You know what I mean? So he created D Brown and Chester Miller and then throw away the cast, you know what I mean? So, you know, we just encourage you to just keep on keeping on who you are, you know.
Man.
We love a good old sing-along as well, you know, them sing-along kind of vibrations where that makes people feel good. We look forward to the future, and I'm looking forward to next year when you do your D Brown tribute tour, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
and we'll keep in contact with you to see how far it's going on so that we can support it as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So you better keep in contact with us. Yeah, you better keep in contact with us.
Yeah, man. We
want to be the first one when the music drop, 10 Star or Sharon Mango. However you want to reach out to us, you let us know because we
most definitely.
Right?
Anything Chester Brown once said to the people then?
Say that again.
Anything Chester once said to the ladies or anybody out there?
To the ladies.
Sharon, tell him to do a love song for you ladies.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to. Well, Mr. Blow, you know, you're gonna have to sing us something for little ladies out there who's listening because
I can't. I mean, you know, it's funny how you know the shift kind of met because you know early in the career it was kind of more love songs, you know, and I find that from the last few releases, especially with the EP and I think just the covers is there's only really one ladies song on there, which is the Bee Gees there. How deep is your love?
Yeah.
Your love, how deep is your love? I really need to learn. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down, and we all should let us be. She belongs to you and me. I know I said the wrong words. Well,
Yes,
yeah. So, but that's probably one of the only love songs in the last recent while that I can think that I've done. So
Brilliant
yeah,
song as well.
yeah, man,
Powerful
yeah,
song.
man,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
man.
an amazing. I'm a Bee Gees head, so anything
Yeah,
anybody does,
yeah.
I love the Bee Gees.
Yeah, man, and big ups to Tim Dub, the producer, because he really kind of pulled out these songs. I think I came up with the Peter Frampton "Show Me the Way." He came up with the idea of the Bee Gees, "How Deep Is Your Love." I kind of struggled with it for a minute, kind of thinking, if it's too, sappy, too, baby love you kind of vibe. But he was like, no, man, no, man, no, man. People are going to love it. People are going to love it. So, yeah, so we ended up doing it. So, big up to Tim Dub for pushing
Yeah.
for that one there,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
How can people find you?
Yeah, man. So you can find me on social media. You can find me on Instagram. I am Chester Miller. You can find me on Facebook, Chester Miller. You can find me on TikTok, Chester Miller Music. You can find me on Spotify, Loving Feeling album, Classic Covers album. Yeah, so I'm out here, type in Chester Miller and yeah, you can find me and come look for me on Instagram too. Yeah, man.
And what's the protocol if anybody wants to do interviews, dubs, jingles, shows, whatever? What's the protocol?
Yeah, man. You can just send me a message on social media on your Facebook if you're on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, because I've been doing a lot of work through those links there. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. And I will respond. Yeah, man.
That means we gotta get one. We gotta get. I'm sorry. Jingle.
Sorry.
Jingle. We gotta get a nice jingle from him. Jingle.
Oh,
jingle.
she's talking
jingle.
about a video jingle. Yeah.
A video jingle. Oh yeah, I think you did mention that, didn't you, Tessa? Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'll do that. I'll link you on WhatsApp.
I'll chase you up on that. So it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. We're gonna play like a minute and a bit video before we get out of here. But next week we will be back with the great Big Stone. He wants to talk about the current plight in Jamaica, and serious things are going on in Jamaica right now, even in the rest of the world. But he wants to talk about Jamaica in particular. So he's going to be here on Saturday, I do believe it is, at 4 p.m. UK time, and if you're in Jamaica, that's going to be taking place at 10 a.m. And if you're in New York, it's going to be taking place at 11 a.m. So join us next week, Saturday. So we're going to play this video and we're going to get out of here. Chester Miller, God bless you, my brother. Sharon, anything you want to say before I play this video?
It's a pleasure. That's all I'm going to say. It's a pleasure. I'll be seeing you, my friend. We will meet one day.
And the pleasure was mine, man. I can't thank you guys enough for having me, man. It was really good conversation. I think you guys label it right. Cause it's not really an interview, it's a conversation,
Conversation, and, that's all.
Yeah, man.
So,
nice vibes, man. Nice vibes. I can't even realize how the time went. Yeah, man. That's when you're in tune, when time fly and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, good vibes, man. Love you guys' vibes.
God bless you, brother. And again, we thank Gabriella for making this show happen. Sorry,
yeah,
Karen.
man. Gabby, yeah, man. Sister Gabby, man. Yeah, man. Gabby makes Gabby know. She know the thing, man. She know the thing. I feel I'm so blessed to meet this woman, man. Cause she really know the business. Yeah, man.
Amen. So we're going to play this video and we're going to get out of here. Thank you, each and every one. Thank you, Chester. Thank you, Sharon. We'll catch up after. And take a listen to this. This is Chester Miller.
Feeling kind of low. Said to myself, there is one thing can make me feel like I should. Always close me there, never ever lets me down. Knows just how I'm feeling, turning my frown upside down. That is the kind, oh yes, that's a deal.